All right, guys and girls, Rob here, and I am going to run you through the entire basketball tournament. Okay, don't know south, east, west regions. I just know that Baylor and Illinois are the number ones on one side, and I know that Gonzaga and Michigan are the number ones on the other side. So I do know that I do know what's going on. We're part of it anyway. So I'm going to give you my full rundown, okay, of first round games. Then I'm going to go second round games, quarterfinals, semifinals, which is the final four, and then the final two. The elite eight, then final four. It's a long. You got to win 6 games. How about that? And you win it all. All right. So let's start with Gonzaga. They're the overall number 1 seed. We don't really know whoever's playing tonight that wins the play-in game gets to play Gonzaga tomorrow. They don't want to. I've got Gonzaga winning their first round game. Oklahoma against Missouri. I've got their 2 old Big 8 schools. I like Oklahoma in this ball game. Creighton against UC Santa Barbara. Creighton had problems in the Big East tournament. I don't think they have that much trouble in first round action. I like Creighton there. Virginia against Ohio. And I know the Robcats. I know a lot of people are picking the Robcats. I'm not. I'm going to take Virginia there. USC against an opponent they find out later. I like USC. Kansas against Eastern Washington. I like Kansas there. Oregon against VCU. I like Oregon. Iowa against Grand Canyon. No, I like Iowa. Let's go to the other side of the bracket. Michigan versus, and Darla's starting to feel a little better. See, her stomach's starting to come around a little bit. Maybe not a lot, but a little bit. Michigan against an unknown opponent. I'm going to go with Michigan. LSU St. Bonaventure. I like LSU here. Colorado, Georgetown. I'm going to take a sexy pick and take Georgetown here. Florida State, UNC Greensboro. I like Florida State. BYU, and I think Michigan State wins tonight. Let's see who did win tonight. That makes a difference. College football finals today. College basketball finals today. It always makes a difference if you get basketball and football right? So let's see who won. Because I've actually got somebody that's playing today, winning tomorrow. So let's see what happens. All right. All right. So I am I like Michigan State to win tonight and then beat BYU. Okay. UConn and Maryland. I like Maryland in this ball game. Alabama, Iona. I like Alabama. Let's flip the tournament over here. Baylor, Hartford. I like Baylor. UNC against Wisconsin. I like Carolina's height. Carolina. Villanova, Winthrop. I like Villanova there. Purdue versus North Texas. I like Purdue. Texas Tech. Utah State. I like Texas Tech. Arkansas, Colgate. I like Arkansas. Florida against Virginia Tech. I like Florida. Ohio State against Oral Roberts. I like Ohio State. Illinois Drexel, Illinois. Loyola Chicago against Georgia Tech. I switched picks on this earlier. If you saw an earlier video, I had Georgia Tech. I'm taking Loyola Chicago. Georgia Tech's leading scorer is out of the tournament. Tennessee, Oregon State. I like Oregon State in this game. Oklahoma State versus Liberty. Upset City. I like Liberty in this ball game. They play a whole lot like the University of Virginia, slow pace. If they can slow down Oklahoma State's big score, I think they have a legit chance of winning. San Diego State, Syracuse. Syracuse plays that zone. I like Syracuse. West Virginia, Morehead State. I like the Mountaineers of West Virginia. Clemson and Rutgers. I like the Scarlet Knights of Rutgers. And Houston and Cleveland State. I like Houston. Let's go to the second round. Gonzaga against Oklahoma. I like Gonzaga. Creighton against Virginia. I like the University of Virginia. USC against Kansas. I like Southern Cal. Oregon against Iowa. I like Iowa. Michigan against LSU. I like Michigan. Georgetown, Florida State. I like Florida State. Michigan State, Texas. I like Texas. Maryland against Alabama. I like Alabama. Let's flip it here. Baylor against UNC. The first number 1 seed goes. I like Carolina in this ballgame. Villanova versus Purdue. Maybe a slight upset here. I like Purdue in this ballgame over Villanova. I don't think it's really an upset, though. Texas Tech against Arkansas. I like Arkansas. Florida against Ohio State. I like Ohio State. Illinois against Loyola of Chicago. I like Illinois. Oregon State against Liberty. I like Liberty again. I like Liberty to make the Sweet 16. Syracuse against West Virginia. West Virginia. What's up, Alex? Rutgers against Houston. I like Houston. Now let's go to the Sweet 16. Who makes the Elite Eight? Gonzaga against Virginia. Biggest upset in the tournament right here. Virginia. I'm glad Mrs. Rob feeling better. I am too, my friend. I am. She's feeling some better. She's still not eating as much as she should, but she's scared too because her stomach is upset. Virginia upsets Gonzaga. Defending national champion from 2019, University of Virginia beats the team that is undefeated this year. Gonzaga's out of the tournament. USC against Iowa. I like Iowa to make it to the final four. Would that be the final four? I guess it would be the final four. Yeah. No, final eight. Final eight. So it's Virginia and Iowa in that top bracket. Michigan and Florida State. I like Florida State. I think another number 1 gets booted. Michigan gets beat by Florida State. Texas, Alabama. I actually like Alabama in this ball game. Hi, Mrs. Rob, says Alex. She's probably in there laying down. UNC against Purdue. I got North Carolina winning again. How about that? And then Arkansas against Ohio State. I like Ohio State there. Illinois against Liberty. That's where Liberty ends right there. That will be it. Illinois wins that ball game. West Virginia, Houston. I like Houston. That's the final 8. Now let's make it to the final 4. We've got Virginia. We've got Iowa. I like Iowa to go to the final 4. We got Florida State. We got Alabama. I like Alabama going to the final 4. We got Carolina. We got Ohio State. I like Ohio State going to the final 4. And then we got Illinois and Houston. And I like Houston going to the final 4. 4 number 2 seeds make it to the final 4. Now, who goes to the finals? Iowa versus Alabama. I like Iowa. I like Iowa. Big Ten representative. Ohio State against Houston. Upset city here. I like Houston to beat Ohio State. So in the finals, it's Iowa, the Hawkeyes against the Houston Cougars. And I think the big signage goes up in Iowa. I like the Hawkeyes to win it all this year. Iowa beats Houston to win the national championship. I played chalk a long while, but number one's got chopped down a little bit here, a little bit there, and chances are one number one makes it to the Final Four. But I like these number two teams: Houston, Iowa, Alabama, and Ohio State. There are four really, really good teams. Baylor's they've tripped up a couple times. Illinois is really going to be tough, but I think Houston can beat them. Michigan, Florida State's defense is so tough, and Gonzaga, Virginia. So I'm saying that two of the number one seeds get beaten by ACC teams, which would be unheard of this year because ACC stinks badly. They're just not very, very good right now. So we will go with that and run with it. How about some Grid Zone, guys? How about some Grid Zone? I don't know if anybody's been watching my Grid Zone programs or not, but I hope you do. I will be starting another video in just a few minutes. That's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to start it right now. I mean, I'm not going to play this game right now. I just got to figure out who we're going to have played. How about that? But that's all I got to do is figure out who is going to be playing, and I'll go from there. Okay. All right. So let's pick out two teams we want to see play. All right. Let's see who else is here. Let's go with Alabama against Oklahoma. How about that? Alabama, Oklahoma. That could be a good game. That could be a real good game. So that's the game we're going to start with when we come back. I wanted you all to know who I picked as my national champion. Iowa. Iowa, they've got some scoring. They've got some guys who can play the game. We will see what happens. So join me again in just a couple of minutes. We're going to have Alabama, the Crimson Tide, visiting Oklahoma. And it should be a really fun game to watch. I hope it will be. Also, we're going to do kick returns. We're going to do kick returns too, okay? So we'll do that, and so we will start. We will do kick returns all through the game. So remind me, okay? So I hope you guys will join me for it. Alabama, Oklahoma. It'll be right after this. See you in just a little bit. Bye-bye.